Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Tavas. After a short gap, I'm back and all set to come up with new videos. And today, it's not about any auspicious festival of Odisha or about Lord Jagannath. It's about my state, Odisha. So let's know about the splendid cultural heritage of Odisha. Odisha is an eastern Indian state which cradles between the sun-kissed beaches of the Bay of Bengal and dense forest of the Eastern Ghats. Odisha is a hub of cultural destinations and a land of splendor and beauty. Odisha has a unique culture and Odias call it the Jagannath Sanskriti, as most of them revolve around Lord Jagannath. The glorious ancient history of Odisha has been mentioned in the texts of Mahabharata, Vayu Purana, and most importantly, the king Ashoka has mentioned about Kalinga and the bloody war of Kalinga in his edicts. From Emperor Kharavela to Gajapati kingdom, many rulers have ruled over the state. On 1st April 1936, Orissa was formed into a separate province. In the late 2011, the state name was officially changed from Orissa to Odisha, and now we can proudly say that we are the natives of Odisha, not Orissa, and we speak Odia, not Oriya. The cultural heritage of Odisha is reflected in its vibrant art forms. Having distinct traditions of painting, architecture, sculpture, handicrafts, music and dance, Odisha boasts of a long and rich cultural heritage. Due to the reigns of different rulers in the past, the culture, arts and crafts of the state underwent many changes, imitations, assimilations and new creations from time to time. Yet, the artistic skill of the Odia art and crafts information is unsurpassable in the world. So let me enlighten you about some of the famous art and crafts of Odisha. Pattachitra has been derived from two Sanskrit words, Patta and Chitra. Literally, Patta translates to cloth and Chitra means picture. Hence, Pattachitra means picture painted on a piece of cloth. This art form is closely related to the cult of Lord Jagannath and the temple traditions in Puri. Believed to have originated as early as the 12th century, it is one of the most popular living art forms of Odisha and has been in practice even now. The Pattachitra art form narrates mythology and folk tales through their designs. During Onasara, Pottidiya or Pattachitra of the Puri Trinity in a different form of images for each of the deities are worshipped in the Sri Mandira. Since Lord Jagannath is regarded as an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Pattachitra also covers many facets of Lord Vishnu. The Dasavatara or the 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu are depicted in the Pattachitras and offered to the Jagannath deity with musical recitation through fables. The art form has been practiced by the Chitrakar community who hail from a small village in the Puri district called Raghurajpur. Since it is a traditional art form, the Chitrakaras or the painter's very home is his own studio where his family members act as his helping hands. Of all the handicrafts of Odisha, the most unique and finest, in fact the queen among them, is silver filigree, locally called Tarakasi. Filigree is a delicate kind of craft work where the silver strings are modified in the shape of jewelry, models and showpieces. Rich in patterns, Tarakasi jewelry specializes in necklaces, toe rings, arm jewelry and anklets. Based on mythological themes and traditional designs, they are heavily sought after by temples and pandals to decorate their gods, by Odissi dancers and during marriage functions. The main attraction of Cuttack Tarakasi is its fine spider-like web work. The artists involved with this filigree work are called Rupaboniya or Ropyakara in Odia. Cuttack silver filigree is an age-old traditional handicraft artwork. Its intricacy has made Cuttack famous as a silver city. In fact, it is the silver filigree work which has put Cuttack on the world map. Stone carving is among the age-old crafts of Odisha. The descendants of the artisans who once scaled the dizzy heights of excellence in temple building have kept the sculptural tradition alive through their hereditary craftwork of stone carving. The carved products include replicas of temples, images of gods and goddesses, the Konark wheel and horse, and decorative figurines like Olasa Kanya or the indolent damsel, Sala Bhanjika or lady leaning against a sal branch, Sura Sundari or the heavenly beauty, Lekhika, a lady writing a letter, etc. Today, many families are engaged in this work as their means of livelihood. Stone carving is one of the major handicrafts in Odisha. Some of the famous illustrations of stone carving in Odisha include Khandagiri, Udayagiri, Dholigiri, Ratnagiri, the Sun Temple of Konark, Puri Jagannath Temple, the temples of Lingaraj, Mukteshwar and many more. Odisha is the birthplace of sand art, which is a unique handicraft. Afterwards, it spread all over the world. Sand art is carving of sculpture in sand. It is practiced on the beaches of Puri with subjects ranging from Hindu deities to international occasions. It is quite easier and quicker than stone carving. For sand art, only clean and fine-grained sand mixed with water is used. An artist can shape a beautiful and attractive sculpture on the beach with the help of this type of sand and with the blessings of God and by the magic of fingers. Sudarshan Patnaik of Odisha is one of the renowned international sand art artists. His works are artful and interesting, mostly based on current world issues, festivals, world peace, sports, etc. Applique work is a famous fabric craft originating from a village in Puri called Pipili, and in Odisha it is called Pipili Chandua. Unknown to many, Pipili holds an entry in the Limca Book of Records for the world's largest thematic applique work. According to local people, the art originated as a part of religious rites. The applique cloth would be used to make chandua or canopy and chotti or umbrella. The drapes used to cover the three giant wooden chariots during the annual Ratha Jatra of Lord Jagannath and his siblings are also the applique work of Pipili. Nowadays, its usage is more in household, decorative and festival products. Saris and other attires are also designed with applique work, which is gaining a lot of popularity in the international market. This craft involves embroidery and stitching with occasional mirror work. Traditional colors like red, yellow, black and white are mainly used in applique work, whereas green has also been added in recent times. To ensure the survival of the art form, the artisans have devised ways to attract modern buyers. Now they are making wedding shamianas, designer parasols, heart-shaped fans, purses, handbags, bed covers, wall hangings, lampshades, etc. Wood carvings of Odisha are equally popular as any other traditional craft work because they exhibit a perfect blend of classical and folk elements. Two of the best examples of Odisha's traditional wood carving are the three idols of Puri temple, Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra, and the three huge chariots they ride in during the annual Ratha Jatra or the Car Festival. The three chariots are extravagantly decorated with wooden images portraying various deities as Parshva Devatas. Images of the Sarathi or the charioteer and the horses attached in front are also carved in wood. Besides, the wood carvers indulge in the making of a variety of decorative as well as utilitarian objects covering idols of different gods and goddesses like Lord Ganesh, Lord Krishna, Ma Lakshmi and many more. Some other famous wood carvings of Odisha include mythical figurines and wooden toys in the form of animals and birds like lions, peacocks, elephants, etc. The miniature idols and toys are usually bought as souvenirs. The wooden crafts differ from the artifacts of other states as they are plain and shining with smooth polish and without any paint or coating of lacquer work on them. From the days when communication was done in the form of writing, palm leaf painting has been an ancient art form in Odisha. Considered to be another extension of Pattachitra, this art form was carried out on palm leaves. It is popularly known as Talapatra Chitra in Odisha. Palm leaf has long been used to make auspicious recordings, including religious texts and horoscopes. The leaves are extracted from the trees, left to dry and harden, and then they are sewn together to form a canvas. The outlines of images are done using whiting. Tourists often carry palm leaf paintings as souvenirs. This craft work is regarded as one of the most sacred art forms in the state. Jhoti or Chita is the traditional Odia art on the floors and walls. This art form is quite popular in the rural areas. Jhoti is different from Muruja or Rangoli. While Rangolis are made using colored powders, Jhoti involves the traditional line art using the white colored semi-liquid paste of rice or pitho in Odia. The fingers are used as brushes in this art form. This folk art is bound up with social and religious activities. The month of Margasira is the harvest season when grain is thrashed and stored. In this month, women worship Ma Lakshmi, who is the goddess of wealth and prosperity. The art is also made during auspicious occasions such as marriage and thread ceremonies. The intricate and beautiful floral designs, the lotus, elephants, symbols used in Pattachitra find place in this form of freehand drawing. Small footmarks of goddess Lakshmi are a must in any jhoti. Muruja is generally made during rituals in the form of mandalas. In the holy month of Kartika, women draw Muruja designs near the Tulsi plant. These folk decorations are believed to bring glory to the festivals and are indicative of prosperity and happiness. The video surely ends here, but the topic cultural heritage of Odisha is extremely vast, and so I will be back with another informative video about the art and crafts of Odisha. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Also give me your suggestions in the comment section.